Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere. I'm addicted to the thrill.
I'm ready.
It's a dangerous love affair. Can't be scared when it goes down. Got a problem? Tell me now. Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to my computer bit. If you would like to know how to build a computer in a professional and good manner, follow me. Boom, 4 gigs of RAM. What's up? AMD processor. Yeah. Boom, SATA serial ATA high-speed storage hard drive. 3.5 inch, boy. We got a gigabyte trademark AMD A series, AMD A6 8H compatible, ultra durable F2 A6 8HM-H motherboard.
What's it got?
I'm glad you asked. It's got audio nose guard, it's got long lifespan solid cache for APU VRM, it's got high temperature protection, it's got high ESD, it's got humidity protection, and it has power failure protection anti-surge IC. What's up? You got a power supply, maybe, maybe not, made by HP. Keyboard, used to slide in those DMs. Mouse, not exciting enough? Mice. Boom, power supply, supplying power to third world countries. Just kidding, it only goes to the computer. Alright, now we will start building the computer. I'm joined today by my tool assistant, Nathan.
What is up, homies?
Indeed. Alright, now we will take the cover off. By the magic of fast forwarding, it'll be gone in a second. Alright, so we have the cover off now. Now it's time for the F2A68HMH motherboard. RAM, please. This is RAM. You put RAM in like this. Kind of gotta shove it in there until it goes down like that. Yep, beautiful. Installed RAM.
The video processing.
So this is the processor. AMD. You put it in this thing. This is originally down. You gotta pull it up. Make sure the pins are all lined up nice and good. And then you just kind of drop it in there. And close. CPU processor. Now we're gonna do the CPU.
The top one.
I like it. That might be on right.
What precision?
I think it is on right. That's how you install a CPU fan. And now we'll put in the motherboard. JT, if you could view this real quick, we just put some pegs in here so the motherboard doesn't sit on the metal and melt the metal or something. I don't know why. But we're just gonna slide this in here like this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's good work.
You gotta kind of line it up with this backboard here.
Get it.
Shove it in there.
Get it.
Real nice and tight. And then, yeah, it looks tight enough. And now you're just gonna
Tight enough.
yeah, like that. See that? Nice and tight. And now you're just gonna kind of put some screws in. See that? That's a screw. Goes in here and you screw it with a screw. Driver. Now do it. This. Now we're gonna put in the CD drive. So first you gotta do a little bit of poking here. You just kind of got a little poke and prod action until you get this thing out. You know, you just gotta give it a little push or so. A couple pushes until it comes out. Yeah, just kind of yank it. Don't worry about the wires in there. They'll be fine. Yep. See, there you go. And this metal piece, you just kind of gotta do your little yanking action. Get that out. Don't need that. Gotta you grab the DVD drive, CD drive, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it does everything. It's cool.
It is
Make sure
very
make
cool.
sure it's the right side good. Up first. You gotta take this off, otherwise you can't put it in like an idiot. So you just take this, you do a little whoop, 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 slide action. Slide it too far. You gotta line up the holes. See, JT, get these holes in there. Look at those beautiful holes. They're nice and lined up.
Wow.
See that? Yep, nice and lined up.
That's quality. Those are
Go ahead
quality
and
holes
drop
right there.
drop this back in there so it's lined up on the holes. Lock it in place.
Understood.
Boom.
You gotta lock the holes.
CD
Lock
drive.
the holes. Hey there! So now we're going to tell you how to configure all these wires in. So first we have the power supply, and you're going to have a lot of wires coming out of here. You probably saw that earlier and was kind of confused by all that. Well, first we have the hard drive right here. And the hard drive is a very important part, so we're going to connect it to the power supply with a SATA cable. It's clearly labeled SATA, and it will only be able to connect into one slot on the hard drive. Next, we have a smaller SATA cable to connect to the motherboard. So it's this black wire right here that you can see, and if you look, it kind of comes in here, and it connects right into the bottom right of our motherboard. So other motherboards might be in a different place, but for us it's in the bottom right, so you have to look at your motherboard's direction to see where it is, where it will be for you. Next, we have the CD-ROM drive. So this is another very important one, and we have another SATA cable to connect to that from the power supply. And then we have another SATA cable to connect to the motherboard. So SATA will clearly be labeled down here, and for us it's on the right side of it, but once again for you, check your instructions to make sure it's in the same place. Next we're going to talk about the power to the motherboard. So we have this big long string of wires here, okay? It'll be a large connection, and there's going to be a large connector right here on the motherboard. Once again, it'll be in a different spot for you, but it's just an easy plug-in, isn't too hard to find. It's probably one of the easier ones to find, and you plug it in there and that supplies power to your motherboard. Finally, we have all the top panel instruments, all the wires that start them up. So first, we have all the buttons here on the top. So what this is going to do is it's going to plug into this bottom left one over here. So underneath on your instructions, each one will be labeled. So just make sure that you connect the right ones up. So this one's going to connect all the buttons, but over here, these two wires are the USB drive. So that's another very important one. And underneath here, we can clearly see that it's labeled FUSB1. So you want to make sure you put in the 1. And you're going to plug it in there. Some computers you might have multiple USBs, so that's where the USB 2 is there. But we don't for this particular computer. Finally, we have all the LED lights set up. So the LED light setup is going to be this very colorful wire that comes out right here. Okay, and so the order of these is very particular. You're going to have to read on your motherboard and on your instructions to make sure you line them up in the same order. So each one of these will have what they have to go into, what slot. So you'll load each one into its correct slot. Make sure you put it into the correct slot, or else it's not really going to work right. So once you get all that in there, we should be able to power it up and go from there.
Hey, nice. Your bill's almost complete. I just need a power button.
And
Ding
hold.
dong, it's on. If you would look, CPU fan spinning like a little spinner there. Yeah. Hear those beep boops? Means you did good.
And there we go. That's the boot screen. Well, Alex, it was a hard-fought game out there today. A real team effort. How do you guys think you did today?
Well, I think we did good. We can improve on some stuff. Our down the field screwing in of screws could be better. We just really need to hammer home about making those field goals and getting those CD drives in there just correct the first time. I think those are the main things we need to work on.
Well, how do you guys feel with your lead toolist getting a left forearm injury near the end of the day?
Well, it's not good news, but our motto's next man up. So if we gotta call up James, we'll call up James. Mr. Wilhite, we got Mr. Wilhite.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Rrrr.